from Wooler, Ontario. In the 6th spot, Rick Phillips from Frankfurt, Ontario in the 7th. And in the 12 car, Caleb Severin.
And we're green, green, green. Steyer's out in front. Corey Halbert in 2nd. Mike Freeman 3rd. Ronnie Watforth trying to make a move here on the inside. Gives a little how do you do to Freeman in the back end to let him know that he's there. Oh no, troubles for Matthew Moore. He gets turned around on turn 4. And that'll bring out the caution.
Riding pretty high going through 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And coming to 3 and 4, there just was no room left on the track for him.
Well, it's good to see our friend Glenn Steyers make the trip here to Brighton as well tonight. They had a big night, big 2 nights at Ashweekend this week with the World of Outlaws Sprint Showdown. Steyers actually picked up the feature win in the late model open, and our own Brandon Mowat came in 2nd. So it was a good showing by our local drivers this week at the Big O, and we are green, green, green.
Corey Halbert's got some company on the outside from our last year's champion, Ron Wadforth, on the high side going around 3 and 4.
Wow, Steyers is a man on a mission here today in the 0. He has got the hammer down as he makes his way past the flag stand. Ron Wadforth now in 2nd, Halbert in 3rd, Freeman 4th.
Wadforth has got some homework to do here. He's a long way back. Albert's got that 3rd spot, 51. Would love to grab that spot, Mike Freeman. Stiles loves to drift around these corners, and he does it without effort. Another caution out. He's Matthew Moore from Port Hope twisted around at top of the bend on turn 1 and 2. We also have Caleb Severin up there as well, the 12. Caleb's new to this division. Says he's pretty excited to join the pack, but said he was going to start from the back to avoid any contact with any other vehicles, and lo and behold, he still found a way. Great racer, though. Great guy. Oh, looks like he's got a little bit of damage there to the front tire. He might have to take that one to the pits. It's pretty twisted up unless I'm just seeing things. Yeah, he's going to the pit. She was pretty bent there, Nicole.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
You can see it going in now. It's all twisted up. Well, Ron Wadforth now has a crack at our leader, Mr. Stiles. As you said, he's an experienced driver, and it's not going to be easy to get around him.
All right, 5 drivers left. Green flag high in the sky. Let's go. White flag is in the air. One more lap left to settle at 16.691 seconds fast. The quick time for the 0. Checkers are out for Glenn Stiers, followed by Ron Wadforth, Mike Freeman, Corey Halbert, and Rick Phillips. Round out your top 5 for the first qualifying heat.
Ontario, Angie Kirby on the outside of the 08, Bob Green from Quiddy West in the 26, Dylan Boyle from Norwood in the 50 tonight, Leslie Moen in the new color scheme from Trenton in the number 2, and Brittany Golden, as you mentioned just moments ago, riding in the 85 from Trenton.
And we're green, green, green. Greg Bellier off like a flash in that red 25. Oh, we got them tangled up at turn 4. Brittany Moon and Bob Green come together right on the top of 3 and 4. Angie just narrowly missed that in the 08.
No worse for wear, though. Turning the vehicles around, getting back into the track. I do like the color scheme of that 85. It is a sweet color. I like my orange, but the purple's just as nice.
Yeah. Yeah, she always has a sweet ride. Brittany, like most of our drivers, take a lot of pride in the ride, and they're all still looking really good. I can't wait. If you haven't seen Leslie's car at night, that gold really shines. It's sharp.
It's kind of funny when she was explaining it last week when we were in the pits. She's saying, yeah, it's a different color in the sunlight, but at night, man, oh man, it's like glows in the dark, and it does. When it goes across the grandstand, you couldn't miss it.
It's like a lightning bolt would be the best way to describe it, the way it flashes. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whether that's because of the speed she drives or whether the color scheme is doing that. It's a flash before my eyes.
Well, that's a tough one for the 26 of Bob Green. He'll come on the hook and have to go back to the work stall.
That's too bad. Hopefully you can get it ready for the mains.
Well, they're doubled up and they are ready to go. Greg Bellier is still your leader out front in the red 25, and we are green, green, green. Oh, trouble for Angie Kirby as Leslie Mowat comes under rest under her back end there. They look like they've
kind of
really got connected.
Yeah. Once again, thanks to our emergency crew getting right over there immediately. We can't thank their service enough here at the Brighton Speedway.
Up under Kirby's back end there.
They'll pound that damage out in the pits and should be as good as new. Little duct tape goes a long, long way.
Well, and then there were 4.
Process of elimination, you could finish first here.
All right, we are green, green, green. Oh, Kirby's back out to join the race. That's good news. But this is all Greg Bellier out in front with Dylan Boyle in second, Leslie Turcotte-Moet in third, and Brittany Golden in fourth. Bellier flawless as he muscles through each and every turn, brings them past the flag stand. Here we go, halfway home, 4 in, 4 to go.
Race for the lead and race for third spot.
White flag is in the air. One more trip around Greg Bellier. Checkers are out for the 25 of Greg Bellier, followed by Dylan Boyle, Leslie Turcotte-Moet, and Brittany Golden.
'09 on the outside with Dan Price. Phil Potts from Trenton in the 29 tonight. From NASCAR, Fenton, Missouri, we've got Ken Schrader in the '09 car. Got Doug O'Blennis from Napanee in the 32. And from Baltimore, number 10, Zach Kiltz. Oh. Again, just looking down at my paper.
And we are green, green, green. Sean Gregory off like the lightning as here comes Kenny Schrader on the outside. Moves into second past Phil Potts and sets his sights on the number 1 of Sean Gregory. Gregory is all business. I'm sure he can feel Ken right there in the rear view. Oh, Doug O'Blennis trying to make a move on the inside of Phil Potts. Potts closes the door, so O'Blennis looks to the outside.
This will be certainly a test for a race leader. Can he hold off the NASCAR legend?
Oh, they are close as Sean Gregory takes the drivers to the halfway point. 4 in, 4 left. Schrader is muscling on that inside.
Sean Gregory gets up high and leaves that door open for our NASCAR champion.
Oh, this is awesome. He's definitely got his nose down in there. He's trying to make a move. Sean is holding him off on each and every turn.
This is great racing.
Oh, it is. Oh, Ken says, fine, I'll try it on the outside as they come down the back chute, wheel to wheel. And Ken Schrader moves out into the lead just by a nose. White flag is in the air. Ken Schrader. Ken, your leader, coming through 3 and 4. Checkers are out for the 9 of Ken Schrader, followed by Sean Gregory, Phil Potts, Doug O'Blennis, and Dan Price will round out your top 5 for the being led by that gorgeous Tirecraft truck in the Campbellford Chrysler Pace truck. Big thanks to Belleville Tirecraft for making tonight's May long weekend presentation possible. There goes the Pace truck. There goes Tirecraft. Here comes the green flags. Andrew's got those loud pedal makers high in the sky, and we're ready to let them loose. They're going fast and furious. Boyle leading this field with Stompin' Phil Potts, and Ken Schrader has now worked himself up on the inside into second spot from his 5th starting position. 1 lap, 5th to 2nd. Here comes the legend. He's in your rear view, Dylan. What are you gonna do? And there he goes on the outside. You've got a new leader in Ken Schrader in the 9 machine.
Wow.
Stiers has also worked himself up there in. He's holding on to that 3rd position. Phil Potts in 4th. Leslie Turcotte-Mowat now in 5th. Ron Wadforth and Sean Gregory going at it just outside that top 5, wheel to wheel coming through 2. And your leader, though, he is getting it good. He's gone. Caution flag is out. We've got a driver up on turn 2, and that light bulb's in my way, Steve.
I'll tell you one thing, Stiers looking good tonight, and will he give Mr. NASCAR a challenge when it comes to this restart?
Oh, I think he will. We didn't get to see the pair go at it when Ken was here back on August 10th, but they have raced at Ohsweken. So it's good to see Glenn make the trip here tonight. As we mentioned earlier, they had their big World of Outlaws sprint car showdown this week at the Big O. Ken picked up 4th to our Greg Ballier's 1st. Glenn won the late model open the night before, and our Brandon Mowat took 2nd, which is another huge feat in its own self. So we've now got Schrader and Stiers wheel to wheel now as we get ready to send them. And we are green, green, green. Oh, Phil Potts makes a move past Dylan Boyle on the outside for that 3rd spot. Boyle now back in 4th with Sean Gregory in 5th. 3 wide.
Oh.
Nice. And they are mangled up here into 1 and 2. That was Bellier, O'Blennis, and Wadforth. Not a lot of real estate, not a lot of room for these boys. This is still all Ken Schrader up in the front as Greg Bellier has troubles. He gets on the high side there.
Think he's going to go out the track.
Schrader is solid, effortlessly through each and every turn. He's got about a quarter of a track lead on the zero of Glenn Stiers. Phil Potts still holding on to that third position, but he's got Dylan Boyle right there on the inside. Sean Gregory on the outside. Leslie Mowat working hard, trying to get up into the top 5.
There goes Gregory.
Boyle drops back into 5th. Gregory 4th as Stiers takes the drivers to the halfway point. Ken is flying 16.129 seconds fast, the quick time for the 9 machine. Your leader coming up on some lap traffic now that could close the gap between him and runner-up Stiers.
Schrader's got a lot of lap traffic, which could slow him down a bit, but he's still got like an 8-10 car lead on Stiers.
Lap still ticking down. 5 more to go. Ken Schrader, your leader, out in front. By almost a half of a track lead now on the zero of Glenn Stiers. Sean Gregory has started to reel in the zero in the 1 machine. His transponder not showing up, but Sean Gregory is in 3rd.
He's got enough lap time to get there and get it done if he can get by him.
Dylan Boyle is in that 4th position with Phil Potts and Ron Wadforth right there on his bumper.
Somebody just hit the wall and let some sparks up.
2 laps left to go. Well, if that track was wet, it is not now. These Canadian modifieds have dried it up. It is good to go. White flag is in the air. 1 more lap left. That's it. She's done. That's all, folks. Checkers are out for the 9 of Ken Schrader. Followed by the 0 of Glenn Stiers, the 1 of Sean Gregory, the 29 of Phil Potts, and the 50 of Dylan Boyle. Round out your top 5.
Like a hot knife through butter.